Oh, there we go. I had my mic muted. Thanks, Pumpkin.
Yeah, Mom was wondering that.
You're always jabbering away and jabbering and talking and stuff. Saying lurkers are welcome. They don't need to say nothing and much more stuff. I mean, really important stuff, too. Forgot what it was. And all that time, my mic was muted. Man, how crazy is that? Thank goodness for my daughter to come on out and let me know that, hey, nothing's happening. Boy, it was a wet day today. Supposed to be wet tomorrow too, but not as wet. So I'm going to get back to digging blackberries again tomorrow. Hiya, PIS. Is it PIS or PIS? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Uh-oh. Just one second. My lighter is out of fluid. I got to go grab the bottle. Hey, Dave. Just one second. Let me go grab it. Okay. P-S. Okay. I think I got that right. Like pea, like a green pea or a split pea. Yeah, typically I usually live stream from my other channel, but every time I live stream from this channel here, I lose subscribers, and I thought, you know what? I need to lose a few more subscribers on this channel, so I figured I'll go live. Now, how's that for a rotten attitude? Try to lose subscribers that way. Now, most of the people that subscribe to this channel didn't subscribe to it for the live stream content, and I don't blame them. Peewee? Is that how it's pronounced? I'll get this figured out sooner or later. Peewee? Pia. 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 Oh, what a day, man. At least the sun's finally breaking through some clouds, so we might have a good evening. I should have put some of this wood underneath the tarp. I could have possibly had a fire this evening. That's what I was wanting to do, was do a fire this evening, but we could still get some more rain, so. Ooh, that, this crap is nasty. I ain't drinking it. It says prebiotic soda, not probiotic. It's prebiotic. It's nasty. It's a strawberry and lemon, but it has a, I don't know. It almost tastes like it's spoiled. But it's a soda. Oh, I do a garden every year. Uh, I got my potato hill is already planted, or well, I let that go from last year. I just let the potatoes in the ground and growing. I'm learning some new stuff about potatoes. I might have to yank all the potatoes out of the garden. I'll explain later, but I've already planted tomatoes, but it was too early. The temperature hasn't been right and stuff, so I'm probably going to replace the tomatoes that I planted. I have some plants that are about 16, 18 inches tall. Some Cherokee purples that I want to just replace the tomatoes that I already have. And I have my peas already planted. They're doing fairly decent. They're not thriving yet, but they'll do pretty good here pretty soon. And I usually don't start planting the majority of my garden until the 1st of June. For some reason, I just have a lousy success before then. Hello, Wanda Hessen.
We have a whole bunch of other varieties too.
Yeah, we have other stuff too. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we have onions to plant in the garden.
Yes, we have other stuff to get planted out there. But one thing that I recently learned, potatoes like tomatoes. There's the determinants and indeterminants. And I've tried to do this whole planting of potatoes. They just keep on adding dirt, and they keep on climbing, and they put out more and more potatoes. And that never has really worked very well for me. It was not very good at all. And so what I'm learning now is that most potatoes that you get are determinants. In other words, it doesn't do them any good to add soil on top and keep on expecting to grow. Most potatoes are designed to grow potatoes and be harvested all at one time, and that's what you're same with tomatoes. You get the determinate tomatoes they put on their fruit, and they all already harvest at one time. And then indeterminate will put on fruit through the season. So if you get indeterminate potatoes, you can keep on adding soil on top and let them grow on out, and they'll continue to keep on putting out more and more. So that was just something interesting for me to learn. I didn't know that there was a determinate and indeterminate potato. So I got to find. I don't know what potatoes I have, if they're determinate or indeterminate, but I'm probably going to yank them on out this fall, and I want to this winter I'll probably just get a whole bunch of indeterminates and just throw them on out there and cover them with the wood chips and maple leaves and stuff. Yeah, it hasn't been that cold here, Dave, but it just hasn't been the weather for tomato plants. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that on out. I hadn't checked out their most recent one on that. I do know that it's a lot different in the South, though, for stuff that they do. Don't get me wrong, I really value and respect what they do with their gardening and stuff a lot. And like they say, what works for them, what works for us does not work for them because of environment, because of insects, the different types of insects that they have, different stuff. And it's the same. What works for them doesn't work for me per se. I mean, he has a lot of knowledge on this stuff, but the environment is completely different. Seasons are completely different. There's a lot of differences. Meaning that whatever tomatoes, if he's given advice on growing tomatoes, well, that's for his environment where he's at. I know he knows a lot about planting sweet potatoes, and but to try to and there's some really good advice from planting sweet potatoes. I mean, I'm not speaking from experience on any of this. I'm just on the sweet potatoes because I've never grown them. But I'm watching other people that have grown sweet potatoes. They say what they got to go through, and it's completely, it's a lot different than what they go through down there. And he acknowledges this. I'm not running him down or anything. I mean, he acknowledges this on his videos. Oh, that's fun, Pia. That's a lot of fun to go through. Sorry for that. But yeah, it's for me. What I keep on going back to the deal of. I mean, I keep on trying to plant my garden a little bit early. Try to get in there and what I got to start experimenting more instead of planting my tomatoes this early and stuff. I need to start working out my difference of planting in the garden, getting my spring, my winter crop planted in there. Like I can plant lettuce, does really good, and carrots and stuff in the cold weather supposedly. But this is all stuff that I don't typically grow. But if I was to plant ahead, I could plant my lettuce and my carrots and onions, and I can plant all this stuff all in one area in a row where I want to plant my tomatoes, and then come June, I can every 3 foot in amongst the lettuce and the carrots and the different stuff and the onions, I can plant the tomatoes in the June when they do good here and when they're going to thrive, and then they'll aid each other. All the plants will. That's what I need to start working on. Most of the crops that I grow is more of just a summer crop, and I haven't gotten too much into the winter crop. But I know a summer crop, trying to grow cucumbers and tomatoes and squash and all that different stuff. Trying to, summer squash, trying to plant all that stuff before June here, before June 1st. It's a totally waste of time. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a June 1st, and then I'll get serious about my garden. I'm slowly trying to get my garden to the point where I don't till the whole garden. I'm going to have beds kind of raised up 6 inches to a foot, and in between the beds won't be ever be any won't be any rototilling. I'll just be mowing, and I want to try to get it where I mean, it's where I'm not doing any tilling at all in the garden. But I don't mind to use my little rototiller in the beds if need be. But I got to get the soil all right and everything for it. I tell you what I did last year, Pia, is the chicken feed bags. I put my potatoes in my chicken feed bags. The bags that I get the chicken feed, and it did okay. Um, I planted in there. Now the only thing that I can say that was bad about it was because I kept on trying to add soil to it to get them to produce more soil. And like I said, I was using these are probably determinate potatoes. They're not made to do that, so it kind of ruined how much my yield and the size of the potatoes and everything. I should have left well enough alone and just filled the bags up with dirt, planted the potatoes, and walked away and just kept them watered. But yeah, I think it's a fair way to go. I just like that idea for me because of where I'm at, of having just one big hill to plant all the potatoes on, and I can slowly add to it and stuff. But not ever harvest all the potatoes; just leave some behind to grow up for the next year. So I mean, they'll start sprouting at the earliest date possible for them to start growing. So I should have a pretty good crop every year of the potatoes. The other thing is, kind of learned about was using peppermint. I got gopher weed that I plant all around my potatoes to try to keep the rodents away. You know, the root digging rodents and stuff. And it does help. It does slow them down around the potatoes, but it's not a fix all. But what I'm hearing is planting a bunch of peppermint in the garden. They say that really deters the rodents. So I'm seriously contemplating about planting peppermint in the garden this year. They did say it is an invasive species to here in Oregon. Um, so I'll probably just plant it in pots and put it all around, you know, different the pots, you know, different places. They say don't let it get started in the soil. But I would think that'd be good for the soil. I think, if I remember right, peppermint's pretty high in nitrogen. Hello, join Vader gamer. I am getting eager to get on out there and working on that garden some more. I have been digging blackberries. I had blackberries from last year. You know, I've tried to burn them on out, all sorts of different stuff, trying to get rid of them. This year, I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way: get the shovel and pick, and I'm digging the roots up. And I would say that I got over 3/4 of the blackberries dug up out of the fence, around the garden. I got just a little bit more to do, and I got a lot more blackberries. I've got to just keep on digging, dig the roots on out around this place. And zest soap, huh? I know that my father-in-law used to use Irish Springs and hang it up from his fruit trees to keep the deer away. You know where he was at up in Shingletown, California, and that worked for about 2 or 3 years. And after 2 or 3 years, they got to the point where they didn't care. And then it almost like attracted them to his trees. But at least by the time that we got to that point, they were getting the trees were getting big enough to withstand the damage that the deer would give. You have circles full of peppermint. Bill Gates must own lots of it, so the Democrat states call it invasive, so we won't plant our own. Well, now we do have a natural peppermint plant here, lemon pepper plant. It's called lemon peppermint, and it is native to here, and that's what I'm actually probably going to grow. It's not invasive. It's a native plant here in Oregon, so I don't think it'll take over. I want to start out with it in pots and just see how that does, and go from there. By the way, I am going to make this live stream a weekly deal every Wednesday evening on this channel here. I am going to be going live on Tuesday mornings, but that will be on my other channel. Yeah, over in Corvallis, Dave. Over here in Corvallis, there used to be a bunch of mint farms, and They were growing mint. I think the only reason why they were growing mint over by Corvallis was for composting, and it makes really good compost. On the other hand, I can tell you from firsthand experience, working around the odor of mint that is composting, it is not a pleasant odor. I mean, trust me, I would rather be shoveling cow poo than composting mint. But it was really good for the soil. Man, the one thing I wish I could get my brother to move down this way. He lives up out of Dallas, east of Salem. He's about an hour and a half away from me, and if I could get him closer, my brother has a heck of a green thumb, and he's really into making all the teas, your garden teas, the fertilizer teas. He makes his own teas and stuff to fertilize his veggies and stuff, and he does all the oh, what's that called? Where he makes his own charcoal or whatever to put in his compost. I can't remember what that's called, but he does all that stuff. And his gardens, man, he gets his garden going. He's quite a bit further north than me, and his garden's already all in. Even though he has the same climate as I got, but his garden's already on in. But what he does with that charcoal and all the different stuff, his soil gets a little bit warmer because of everything that he's doing. So he can plant everything earlier. Hey, Waterbug, how you doing this evening, Waterbug? But yeah, it's pretty cool what he's got going. I'm kind of envious if he could get down here and get me started on the stuff that he's doing in his garden. Oh, is that what they're doing? They steam out the oil first, and then okay, that might have been what it was, but I'm not sure if that's what it was though for sure or not because the fields were right there, Dave. You'd go out and they'd have the fields right there, and then right by the fields, unless they were trucking the mint on out to extract oil, and then bringing the waste back to the fields to compost it there, and then they were selling it, the compost at the field. So I just assumed they were harvesting it from the field and then piling it up and composting it and selling it. But maybe they were getting the peppermint extract out of it first. I was just working on some assumptions there. Yeah, it's good to hear that the Missy is doing good there, Waterbug. What's up, fajita, stir fry? You two out there running and playing? Well, I suppose probably you guys ain't heard the story what happened here this last week. Fajita, our new dog. And she's taken to running out on the highway down below. And log trucks go by here at 50 miles an hour, and there ain't no way that they can stop in time for her. And she likes going across to the park on the other side of the road. And I've been really concerned that she's going to get hit by a car. So I've been struggling to keep her on home. Well, it's called Sports Dog electric fence or whatever. You bury the wire. I traded, a friend of mine had gotten one of those for his dog, but he ended up not needing it. So I traded some tractor work that I got to do for him. Yet when it dries up enough for me to run the tractor around to this place, he gets a bunch of dirt that he needs moved and some holes drilled into the ground for a fence and stuff. Anyway, I traded him for the fence. It's about $320 for the fence and the collar. And actually, I would have done the work for free for him, but he just said, I'll take this here instead, you know. So anyway, I've been having problems with her running down there, getting on the road and stuff, and going over to the neighbor's house when Amazon drops by a package to them. She grabs the package and carries it up here. You know, we get free Amazon stuff. Of course, I have to take it back to her. Hey, Grandpa Paul. But anyway, we had to get it. You know, I mean, she's had her vitamin pills and all sorts of stuff thrown all up and down our driveway where she tears into the Amazon packages. She's shaking my head, you know, stuff. And she's getting costly for us because I end up paying them back for the damage that she causes and stuff. Anyway, I was setting up the wire fence, you know, and stuff and testing it, trying to adjust the collar in. And I'm trying to quit smoking. I'm getting really frustrated with us, with the non-smoking, you know, that day and everything that was going on. And finally, I ended up dialing that shock collar all the way up to the maximum. Now, I had been walking her over to the electric wire fence to test it, to see if it was zapper and stuff. And I had her on a leash, you know, so she wouldn't dart and get away. I could just kind of train her up, get her up to that point. And each time it wasn't shocking her at all stuff. So finally, the last time I got it, I finally figured out how to crank it on up. And this time I thought, I'm not going to put the leash on her. And the way that I got the wire around is two wires running 10 feet apart, basically along the property line by the road. I figured, you know, because you have to have the one wire going down and the one wire returning back to the system. Otherwise, I just have one wire. Or run the wire all the way around the property, which I don't want to do. So anyway, I walked her on down there. And I'm thinking she would just jump on back. And no, she didn't just jump back. She jumped forward and she starts yelping and she starts screaming and she gets herself caught between the two wires. Now she can't go anywhere without getting zapped. So she's totally freaking out, going nuts, getting zapped every which way. And I'm trying to grab a hold of her collar and get my hand slid between the probes and her neck, so she's not getting zapped. It'd be me getting zapped instead of her. She's having no part of it. She's pissed off at me. She's thinking I'm the one that's doing this to her. She bites my thumb. It still hurts, you know. It's getting a little bit better, but it's like, oh man. So what a day that was. Anyway, she come running back to the house when I got her back across the fence and stuff, and she just shook like a leaf for an hour and didn't want to come outside for the rest of the day and stuff. But I figured, okay, she won't do it again. She won't. She knows that not to go down that way again. Well, the next day, I think everything's on fine, you know, and stuff. And I finally get her on outside stuff. A little while later that afternoon, where's Fajita? I go looking for her. She's nowhere around. I looked at. Somehow she got around the fence. I don't know how she got. I never have figured out where she got around the fence at. But somehow she got past that. She was down sitting in the middle of the road, right out in the middle of the highway. Her ass planted on the yellow line, okay? Just sitting on out there, like da-dee-da-dee-da. And there's a car on out there in the middle of the road honking their horn at my dog. And I'm like, come on, move, dog, move. So I run on down there and I chase her back. I'm trying to stop her though before she gets to the fence. I was going to take the collar off so she didn't get zapped. Well, she didn't want no part of me. She goes dodging past me, goes across that fence line again, and she starts yelping again and heads back to the house. And after that, she wouldn't let me near. She thought for sure that I did zap her again somehow. That I'm the one that's biting her neck. I'd rather have it play me than getting hit by a truck on out there, though. I mean, that's. But anyway, she gets inside. That's not the end of that day. Now she's really pissed off at me about this thing on her neck. That night, I figured, well, she better go outside to go potty, before we go to bed. So I opened the door, and usually if there's a critter on outside, she's alerting us, you know, from inside the house. She can hear them or smell them or something. Well, and in the past, there'd be a skunk out here or something in the middle of the night. She'd start barking at it from inside. But this time, there was no warning that there was anything on out here. I come on over here, open the door. She goes trotting on out, head on into a skunk. And she got sprayed full force. Oh, man, I tell you what. And she didn't earn that spray that time. It wasn't like she went after it. So that was that day. But fortunately, today's been uneventful. Yeah, she's not really new now, Pia Hess. She's, we got her, I think, last summer, last fall. It's towards fall, late summer, last fall is when we got her. So, you know, she's probably about 9 months old now. Well, yeah, I never did blame her for biting my thumb.
Got her at the end of summer.
Hmm.
Got her at the end of summer.
I think that's what I said.
You said fall.
Well, fall's at the end of summer, isn't it?
So, before summer was ended. There, my little rascal sniffles.
You want to take the dogs in? She wants inside.
Sniffle, want to go in?
Come on, let's go inside, girl. Let's go in. Come on, let's go. Ah. So anyway, hopefully she don't get, if she gets around that fence one more time. Well, the next nice day I got to extend that wire. I do have about 500 more feet of wire, so meaning I can extend it another 250 feet. Because the wire does have to loop and come back. How's the chickens? Oh, they're doing really good. We're down to 15. I think we have 15. Well, 14 hens and one rooster. Bad boy and chicken shit both bit the dust here over a year ago. Got this new rooster. I don't even know what breed he is. He's a good looking rooster, but got him. And last year, my wife got a couple of hens, and one of them got et by something. She was out sitting on a nest out in the woods, and something got her. And the other one is still doing, and she's been a really good layer. So here about a month ago, we ended up close to a month ago, we got some more hens and another rooster of that same breed. They're a cross between a Leghorn and a Rhode Island Red, and they're really nice, docile birds. So got 6 more hens and another rooster, and they're really good layers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
13 hens and one rooster out there.
Okay.
Here we go.
But yeah, it's whoops, there's a hen right there coming up. They like laying in the jumping in this box of land. Make sure that that one's not eating an egg that might be sitting in there. Nope. One of our hens is taken to eating some of the eggs, so we got to keep an eye out for that. He can come out. I don't care. I don't care if the dog comes out. Hello, Teresa. How are you this evening? Oh. Well, that's because I got an artificial picture going there. I got my camera turned off. That scenery right there looks a lot better than me. I'm using my OBS from the computer is what I started the live stream with. I'm outside with my cell phone. And it's too wet. I don't know when the next rain shower is going to come. Otherwise, I'd be doing a fire pit on out here this evening. But things are pretty wet right now. Kick back and relaxing. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. So I'm cheating with a never-ending fire right there. That fire is easy to light. All I have to do is click play. Yeah, I do want to get to having some more fires going on out here, and maybe do a few cooking videos that way. Hiya, Sandra. Did Doug ever come back to Marco Polo and check out and see what real food was supposed to look like? Hiya, tennis shoes. I think Cornbread needs some attention. You need to get over there and slap him and whip him on into shape there, tennis shoes. Yeah, I don't think he's been there, Sandra, yet to see what real cooking is supposed to look like. That food did look good. By the way, Sandra left a Marco Polo showing what she had for lunch today. Oh man, that looks good. Especially that cornbread. Now, Sandra, that cornbread would look awesome. I mean, that had the drool run on off my chin through my beard and everything. You could do that, Teddy Shoes. Get her done. Get her done. Yeah, I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that this summer before the fire season hits. Once the fire season hits, I can't have outdoor fires anymore. It used to be I could get away with it, but anymore, you know, guys, the feds are getting so much into regulating, taking control over everything. It used to be that we had control over our own um, fire days and stuff like that. But anymore, the feds are getting involved, saying when our fur days can be and when they can't be. So even though it's local government enforcing the laws, they have to enforce the federal laws now instead of going by our local laws. And it's so yeah, it's I don't know. I don't want to get into talking about that about the politics of everything here. Hey, Moose. Oh man, wait a second. Tennis shoes. Just a second, tennis shoes. Don't slap them yet. I take that back. I forgot. Cornbread can come on in here and remove me from the stream. So never mind what I said about cornbread tennis shoes. Otherwise, he'll put me in timeout. Hugs and kisses, Moose. Yeah, I forgot. He has as much power over this stream as I got. Oh man, that cornbread with the peppers and the onions and all the different stuff she had mixed on in that cornbread. I was like, oh man. And I thought you said on the video, that you said it was broccoli, but Tim said it was Brussels sprouts. Well, I love broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I gotta take care of myself, huh, said Teresa. I might have bit off more than I could chew. Run, Grizz, run! He was as fat as a tick when he got done eating. Well, I'd gotten a steak on out that I was wanting that I got out of the freezer to thaw on out so I could cook it on the fire this afternoon. But with the rain going, I ended up taking the steak and just frying it up. And that was like, yeah, I mean, it tasted okay, but I would have much rather cooked it over an open fire. Yeah, Moose, are you feeling any better? And hopefully the rest of the family ain't getting it. And is this going to affect your trip to your daughter's wedding? Can y'all believe that Moose is old enough that he has a daughter that's getting married? Can y'all believe that? I mean, I can't believe he's got a daughter that's that old. Okay, take care of you, Hess. Moose must have ran away, Sandra. He's not going to answer us. He done RUNOFT, yep. I've been thinking I gotta let him know that next time he's on Marco Polo that seeing Fi in the hot tub and seeing Moose Knuckle in the swimming pool. Those two need to do a live stream together. Dr. Pepper, authentic blend of 23 artificial flavors. My guess, Andrew, is he's not feeling any better. He probably went back to bed. Yeah, and I can't wait for spring to fully get here. I mean, the spring is kind of here. I mean, our maple trees are all bloomed on in. All the leaves are coming up. The black locust is getting their leaves pretty good, but they're not fully covered yet. The alder trees are all greened up, nice, pretty green. The chitim is nice and green. Just the black locust hasn't fully got there yet. But it's getting close. Hi, Jerry.
Just going by.
Okay.
They don't find my dog.
I think she's over at John and Kathy's.
Nickel!
I thought she went inside.
Nichols is in the house. Yeah. Sitting the whole time.
Fortunately, Sandra, usually in the spring, the allergies are usually hitting me from the pollens, but I haven't experienced much allergies this year yet.
I have.
I haven't.
I've been feeding every morning. It's like crazy.
No itchy eyes, not much of a runny nose. I don't know. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Yeah, but from time to time they do call it stir fry. But that Well, when I first started calling her stir fry, they did not like that name at all. They've come to accept it.
Where's the?
Oh, she's out here. No, didn't she go inside?
She wanted to come back out.
Okay,
she went
well,
right past you.
Well, she's fine. She's out here somewhere.
I hope she hasn't gone to the highway.
I don't think so. I haven't heard no horn honk. She's been going over to John. She's been going over to John and Kathy's.
Oh, but that's where you can move around to get out.
No, I don't like that name. Still don't.
And everybody on here saying it's stir fry, not Snickles.
Hey, her middle name is
Why don't you
Doodle.
walk around
Doodle.
looking for the dog?
Oh, what? Not mine, though.
Oh, there she is. She heard her.
Man, you are old folk now there, Waterbug.
Billy and Snickerdoodle.
That's right, Sandra. You tell them. Sandra says having a name like Snickles will get you beat up and
Come
shunned.
in. You can come.
Nickel Fritz Snickerdoodle Williams.
Yeah, that will get you beat up and shunned.
No, Germany. For cookie.
Oh, my brother's leaving me a Marco Polo. By the way, just out of curiosity, you don't have to answer this question or not, but I made a video without the intention of ever releasing it. But I got the trailer sawn out here, and I've offered to give it to another YouTuber. So I made a video and unlisted it so he could send him the link so he could see what it looked like and what he was getting into with the old radial arm saw here. That I got the trailer saw, and see if he has an interest in, putting the effort into getting it back into running order for his sawmill to work at. Because I'll never do it here. I like the idea, but it's not the type of, I'm not going to be getting into framing type of construction, and that's what this is for. I'm not going to get into mass cutting of stud length material or a whole bunch of massive, and that's what this saw is set up for. So I offered to him, and I made a video showing it and what it needs and stuff. I haven't sent to private. Do y'all think that I should set that to public? Just asking if y'all think that I should make that video public. It's not edited for any views or anything, but I don't know. I don't know if I should make it public or not. And don't feel obligated to answer, but if you have an opinion on it, then feel free to answer. But if you have no opinion, don't worry about it. Before I do give it to him, I did tell him I have to check with everybody in the family. I want to keep it in the family if at all possible. So far, none of my brothers want it. They don't have the room for it. And now I'm going through all the nephews to see if, and nephews and nieces, to see if any of the nephews or their husbands, or my niece's husbands, any of them might want it. Try to keep it in the family, but if nobody wants it in the family, I would like, I'm going to give it to this guy because I know it'd be going to a good home that he would have the use for it. Can't believe we're already starting to get the black flies here. Seems to me like it's a little bit early for the black flies. They're pretty sporadic right now, but I'm already killing black flies off my face. I mean, we don't get them like where you got to wear nets or anything like that around here, like they do up in Canada, further north. Cornbread, don't you know that that's woman's work? I mean, you got tennis shoes and Bobby there, and you got two women there, and that's women's work. What's wrong with you, boy? You got the yellow fly down there? Sandra was supposed to tell her how and when. Well, the worst thing about the black flies that we get here is they're not very big, but they're kind of gushy. And they like to get caught and tangled up in my beard or in my hair on my head. Or whatever they, for some reason, they like hair. And you try to swipe them up, you just smear them inside of your beard. Yeah, ooh is right, Sandra. Ooh is right. That was too much information. Hello, Angela. And no, her name is not Snickles. Her name is Stir Fry. Stir Fry. You tell her, Sandra. Only cookies have names like Snickles. Noisy chickens. Think it's Skittles. No, her name is Stir Fry. Stir Fry and Noodles. Stir Fry and Noodles, that's her name. Stir Fry Noodles. Hello, bee lady. I'm I'm live incognito. Yeah, I fired up the OBS on the laptop computer on inside. So I just got the that camera going for this here part. You haven't seen V Lady in a long time? Yeah, I don't get to see V Lady very often. By the way, guys, I just let people know I am going to be going live every Wednesday through the summer anyway. Around 4:30, 5 o'clock every Wednesday evening. 4:30 or 5 o'clock my time, which would be 7:30 or 8 o'clock Eastern time. On this channel here. There'll be other times when I'm going to be going live on my other channel. But the weekly, where I'm going to commit to a once a week type of deal, I want to keep it on this channel. No, that's not a Christmas scene, man. At Christmas it would be raining or frosty or something on out. No,
Do you like to come in?
that's a courtyard that I created. The boards on in there are all boards that I made on my sawmill. You know, the arbor deal where the green beans are growing on. Now that was all built, and it's still on out there. But that whole fence and everything was all built one board at a time. And I mean one board on a time in the editor. Fight, fight, fight. Well, Angela, you go ahead and ask Stir Fry whose dog she belongs to, and she'll tell you she belongs to me.
Come on, come here. Come on. Good girl. Come on.
There's 3 hours difference from the East Coast to the West Coast, B lady. So if it's 5 o'clock here, it's 8 o'clock your time. Right now it's 5:40, so it's 8:40 on the East Coast. And then depending where you're at, you know, there might be Idaho in that country is 1 hour difference from us. Then the Midwest, that's 2 hours different from us. And East Coast is 3 hours difference. And I don't know where the time zone lines are at through there. Yeah, 7:30 your time. Yeah, you're in that Midwest time zone. What I call Midwest time zone. You're not on the Eastern time zone. 4:30 or 5 o'clock my time. Well, any time between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Put it that way. But I'm going to try to keep it closer to. I'm not sure if I want to try to keep it closer to 5 o'clock. It's all a lot of it's going to depending on what's happening throughout the summer. If I'm busy working, it will be 5 o'clock before I go live. If I'm done for the day and I want to start the live stream a little bit early, then I will. But so it's going to be between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock my time. Your Eastern time zone? And you're saying that you're only 2 hours difference? Say 40 your time right there. Okay, so there's 3 hours difference. And it said 7:30 your time when I was going live because I had scheduled it for 4:30 is what it said. Oh yeah, so it would be 4:30 to 7:30 would be 3 hours. Yeah. Okay, never mind. You're right, cornbread. Yeah, our birds for the most part don't go down to the road, but for the most part, but we had one white hen that it got ran over out in the road. She would go out on the highway. She was just a dumb blonde, I guess, but yeah, I guess she would like going out on the road playing chicken with the trucks. Have I been smoking a substance? Yeah, I guess so, cornbread. Between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock Eastern time, Sandra. I mean, B lady. And I'm going to try to keep the teenage chat out of on this channel anyway. I'm not going to have any of the teenage type of chat that I get wrapped up in. Oh wow, they're big ones. They're fryers. I'm partial, being that I don't eat much meat. Seriously, I'm more into getting into smaller and smaller birds. Because one small bird is enough for like 2, 3 meals for me. It's not like I'm trying to feed a family or anything here with it. Yeah, well, cornbread. Hopefully you'll help me clean out the teenagers out of the chat if we should be running on into that. I'm going to ask the mods for help to keep it kind of clean here and all that. I mean, I'm not trying to make it saintly chat, but I'd like to, not let things get too carried away. All right, is the dead trees any good for firewood there, bee lady? Yeah, cornbread, I was noticing when I put out the notification, my daughter's notification was buried way on down. I don't know about YouTube's notification deal. Oh, for general. Um, no, I don't think so, cornbread. Because if you set it up for children, then you can't have chat. So he's got to set up for family friendly, but not designated for children. If it was set up for children, then they don't allow the chat at all. and they don't for the setup for children's channels. They don't allow live chat or comments on their channels. I don't know. That's the type of stuff we'll be talking about, B lady. What you'll be doing with wood. Matter of fact, if you want to get on here sometime and tell about whatever you're going to be doing with wood, maybe even show some pictures if you want. I mean, that's what the channel's going to be about. I mean, I get notification for Iron Dog's live streams usually. Not always, but usually there's notifications that. I mean, well, put it this way. Let me rephrase that. I never get notifications from anybody going live, even though that I have the bell rang and set to all. I never actually get a notification for people going live. But when they announce that they're going to be going live at a set of time, and I go into my subscriptions list and scroll through my subscriptions list, it will show their thumbnail say announcing their live stream is going to be starting at whatever time and set reminder, etc. I don't get a notification beforehand on it, but and then when they do go live, I never get a notification after they go live from anybody. For some reason, YouTube doesn't send me any notifications that somebody's go live. I just got to scroll on in there and look see who's live at the time. Yeah, that's my bean arbor. I got peas planted on out there this year in the garden, but and the chickens they go to bed around 8 o'clock our time, roughly thereabouts. A bee lady, I've been on the Brave browser for I don't know 3 years now. I've been using Brave 2 or 3 years anyway. That I've been using the Brave browser. Yeah, I've even been promoting the Brave browser for the last year, telling other people to get on Brave browser.
Finally ate her food.
Yeah, I think that's a YouTube thing, cornbread. I don't think it's a child thing or anything else like that. I think that's a YouTube thing, where I think that YouTube, whether are they, I don't know if they're doing a shadow ban on people. I don't know what it is, but like I said, the channels that I'm subscribed to, I never get notification that they're going live or anything. The only ones that I get notification on that type of stuff is the really big channels. And hell, I don't care when they're going live. I don't want their notifications. I need my YouTube crumbs. That's what they are too, huh, Sandra? Sandra? I think what you need to do is start putting together a little cookbook. And don't tell anybody about it, but slowly put together a cookbook and then start marking it when you release a video. I mean, each time you do a meal or something like that, add something to that cookbook. And eventually you'll be doing a meal and you'll pull out your own cookbook and, cook from your cookbook. And I'm just saying, I think that's where where there's more money at is not so much from the ad revenue. Well, I think, now there's another deal. Maybe the reason why I don't get notifications is I don't want notifications coming to my cell phone. So I have those notifications, but I turned it off on my cell phone. Now maybe I turned it off all the deal where I'm not getting any of those notifications. Maybe that's what I've done. I mean, I get notifications if somebody leaves a comment on my comment, but I don't even get notifications if somebody leaves a comment on my video. I don't get notifications. I don't want to be bothered on my cell phone with notifications. I mean, I'll go to the computer for that one. If I'm sitting at the computer, then I want notifications from certain channels and different things. But if I'm on with my phone, I don't want the notifications there. I don't want to be interrupted. Well, not only that, if I'm filming something or whatever, I don't want the notifications going off. That's weird. You're not. I wonder why you don't get his. I don't get that. Well, a lot of work initially, Sandra, but just think once that book is created, then it's a continuing market that you can make, $30, $40, $50 a month, maybe possibly with. And then you slowly start writing big book two, put a second volume out on it and on it goes. Yeah, you know what, Corbett, I'll chat with you either after I get out this live stream. Maybe I'll call you if you want, or if you want to come on here now too, you can do that. But I'm on the phone. I don't see really well on this one here. If you wanted to come up here and do the screen share thing, though, that's up to you. You know how to get up in my live stream. Yeah, you can do it through pictures. There's all sorts of ways. You can even, I know, Sandra, that you know how to do the voice to text and write the recipes out by voice to text. You don't even have to type it out. Yeah, I tried to keep it yesterday and taking you down. Yeah, I did. I remember that cornbread. No, I think that was me that removed myself, whatever I was doing, I bounced myself out. I was accusing you of timing me out. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. It's pretty cool, B lady. What the deal is, I paid for $10 a month for the StreamYard to have unlimited live streaming and stuff like that. And I decided I didn't want it no more. And Corbett said he didn't want his anymore. He had the same package, but he has a year subscription to it, and it was a good time to do it. And he just up and forgot, or somehow he went to cancel it on out. It was too late. He had already paid for a whole nother year, so he's locked in for a whole nother year. Well, I shut my StreamYard on down, and he's letting me use his StreamYard now. So actually, he has as much control of my live streams as I have, which can be kind of fun. And I hope that he uses that power from time to time to just to bring entertainment on in here. He'll make a video or something for an advertisement that he can just pop right in over and play over when I'm doing something, or just I hope he has fun with it, and gets me on some of this stuff. Which reminds me, Cornbread, remind me to talk to you a little bit later on about recording Bobby and Tenny Shoes secretly for one of those videos to play on here. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Tenny Shoes, we're just joking about that. Um, Sandra, I don't think voice to text would pick up accent. Hey, Leo. But seriously, Sandra, you ought to give it a thought, and at least make it an effort. Even if you start, you know, just from here and there. You don't have to write the book all in one day, or all in 1 month, or even all in 1 year for that matter. But um, what was it the other day when I filled on up? It was I think it was like 480 or 490 a gallon, I believe it was the other day when I filled up. Fortunately, I don't have to drive much. Go. We're not doing a whole lot of driving, so but it is still a lot of money for us. But it's not killing us. The gas prices aren't. We just stay home more often. I've always said that our gas is too cheap. If you went into comparison of Canada's fuel prices back in the 60s and the 70s and 80s, etc. and stuff, in the prices of gas here in the United States, um, the price of fuel kept on going up and up and up in Canada. It's always been expensive out there. And they always try to make our gas too cheap. And I really think there needs to be a balance. And if you can push a balance, not put out cheap gas, but put out a balance in the cost of fuel, it gives more encouragement, more incentive, and makes it more profitable for alternative source of energy. So, I'm not in favor of just running the price up like they're doing. I think that's the wrong mentality too. But I just don't like the games that government plays on both sides of the aisle with it. Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'd get them that do reproduce, and then get into the bow fishing. Where they go out there with the crossbows and stuff, and they shoot the carp in the water and reel them on in. That'd be a fun hobby there. Just a second, I'll be right back. Ah. Uh, uh, Yeah, I used to want to get into that bow fishing years ago. They don't allow that here. A second, Dan, don't leave yet. They don't allow that here, so that's not something that we can do here. But it would be cool to do. Yeah, you don't need them. Yeah, I agree, to be lady. You don't need anything ruining the bass and the bluegill. Mm. We got a pond down below that we kind of developed. I'd make it deeper, but there's a big old rock there that's just too big for me to dig through. But I would, it's not a real big pond, but I'd like to make it about 3 or 4 foot deep to plant some fish in. But it's to the point where I could maintain some water in there. But it does dry up during the summer unless I run extra water from the well into it, which wouldn't be hard to do. I have 6 acres here. It's all steep land. I do have a little pond down below for me to try to dig it in with my tractor. Um, I dug it in with my tractor, but I could only get, because there is a big old boulder down there, and I'm not paying nobody to come out here with an excavator and dig it up. It's not worth it that much to me. I don't put it this way, the lady right across the street from me is a great big pond, about 3 miles long, and it's got all the fish that I want on in there. And up the road is another pond that's about 10 miles long, and it's got all more fish that I want in it. So I don't need a pond here. Cattails, the corn dogs of the water.
Campground has a pond.
Huh?
Campground has a pond.
Yeah, the campground has a pond across the street too that we can fish in.
And it's mainly to get for families to go there with their kids to teach them to fish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really fun.
And the neighbors have ponds too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're surrounded by fish here. Yeah, even if I had flat land, to put in, I wouldn't put in a fish pond here per se, just because we do have the lake across the way and up the road and stuff.
I don't want to.
And the thing is, if I was to put in a pond and put the fish in, we got herons. Everybody that I know that puts ponds in to raise fish, the herons come in and clean their ponds on out. It's really tough around here to keep fish in your ponds. You got to net it over and you got to protect it so no critters can come on in, or something. The raccoons coming in there grabbing your fish or just whatever it is that it's really tough to protect your fish in a small body of water around here.
What you doing, Popeye?
Okay, there he is.
Oh, Popeye, where are you?
Sorry about that, Grizz. I removed the wrong one. Oh, heck. Oh, man. Oh, I know what I did. Hold on, Grizz. I'll get you back. I know what I did. I know. Hold on.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you full screen, though.
Oh, you got to go with the little puppet guys, the two little screens on the side. It's the one of the middle ones for the full screen of the two. And then it shows both on the side.
Oh, so I can't make you full screen? Yeah, I can make you full screen.
Well, here, just a second. Let me see if I can do it here. That's not
Here
it. There, that one there. That's the best that we can do.
No, okay. All right, I'm gonna get a screenshot that I just did. Let me up. Let's see.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself for a minute because I done a screenshot and I want to upload it where I can share it and I can show you what I was talking about a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. We do have two neighbors. They each have a pond, and they used to raise trout in their ponds and sell them. But it was a lot of work to do. A 1 acre pond, that's a pretty nice sized pond.
Okay.
By the way, how are your beehives doing there, bee lady?
Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Okay, can you see that?
Let me get a little closer. I can kind of make part of it on out. Yeah, I can't read the names there, but
right. Okay. A bunch of them, I got the bells cut off where I won't receive a notification on this phone, on this one here. If anybody else can see that pretty good, if you look at Iron Dog 63, his bell is dark. It's not as light as them other ones. Okay, when I click on his bell to tell it to send me notifications, down there at the bottom of the screen, it says the channel, that content is set up for children.
oh, it says that his is set up for mature.
No, for children. You
For
can't
children.
receive notifications for content set up for children.
Oh, okay.
See, I can't see it. You have to really tell what it's saying. I read it a while ago before. I can't even remember what it was. But anyway, that's what it tells down there at the bottom. When you click on that bell to tell it to send you notifications, that's what comes up at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
In that wide area.
Mm-hmm.
It does that on the computer and on the phone both. So if he'll go into his settings and change it for for adults, in other words, the content not made for children,
Yeah.
he'd be able to send out notifications.
Yeah, he can have a setup not made for children, but it's still family friendly. And then he'd get the notifications, yeah.
But I I just thought there was something wrong one day, and then I really got to looking at her, and I screenshotted the, because used to that notification, they only stayed up. I mean, it wasn't very long enough to read it. So I screenshotted it one day, and I said, where I could tell what it was. But now they got it where to stay up until you touch the screen again. And it does that way on the computer plus the phone. But anyway.
Now, B Lady said she just went to Iron Dogs and clicked on her with her laptop and clicked the bell, and it said she will get all notifications. That's what it said on hers.
Well, you got three choices. You can say all, or let's see, there's something else. You can't do the all. Well, it won't even let me set any notifications up on the phone at all. But when I try it on the phone, I mean on the computer, it won't let me select all. In other words, all is where they'll send them out. Like send them out to your phone.
A B Lady is saying that her said she would get all notifications.
Well, I can go in there. No, I can go in there and get on the computer. I can screen share in there. Ooh, let's see. I'll give anything if I could eat a big old bowl of ice cream right now. All right, I'm gonna mute this wire. Yeah.
Okay.
That particular issue with him, I'm happy to circle back with you, but
Oh, so B Lady is saying that she says, when I click them on my laptop for all, that doesn't mean I get them on my phone. I never do unless I do the phone too. Yeah, he goes live in the mornings. He's not doing every morning anymore. He's slowing down a little bit on that, but Thursday evenings he has a live show. 8 o'clock your time. And Sunday evenings he does a live show, 8 o'clock your time. And Sunday and Thursday evenings he has a live stream. Then on Mondays, Tuesdays. Wait, no, he doesn't do Tuesday morning. But he does. I think he does all mornings except for Tuesdays and weekdays and weekends on the mornings. He doesn't do anymore. By the way, I gotta ask everybody, how many of y'all are missing Jan Psaki yet? I'm just kind of wondering, with this new gal that they got doing the White House press conferences, press briefings and stuff, how many of y'all miss Jan Psaki? I, for one, thought she was doing a better job than this new lady. Yeah, I think most mornings he's going live about 6:30 your time there, B lady. Mm. What does prebiotic mean? I'm looking at the strawberry lemonade prebiotic soda. I've never heard of prebiotic before. Yeah, I think it is a gimmick, Sandra. Was that your zipper there, Cornbread?
No, I'm trying to get the mic. I forgot about this. It's been so long since I've done this, I forgot how to do it.
It sounded like you. It sounded like you was pulling up your zipper.
No, not quite. All right, let's see if I can remember how to do this. All right, let me screen share. Let's see, share screen. Let's see here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, okay, here's what I want to share. A window. All right, you can see that, can't you?
I can see it. I can't. I can't read it. I can see Iron Dog's picture, his icon
Right.
there.
Okay. All right, you see where I got these other bales? I'm gonna click
Yeah,
that
and I see. Yeah, I see that.
so you can change. I can change them. No problem at all.
And this is on your computer.
Right now, I'm on Chrome right now. I'm on Chrome. All right. When I hover over that and I click on dogs, see what comes up down there? This action is turned off. This content's made for. I'll see if it'll come up again. Let me try changing this one and going back to it. Let's see. You'll get. Wait. No, this is on this one. I'm not getting that. See, I can't do nothing with his there.
Hmm.
All
I
right.
wonder if. Huh.
All right. Now I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up Brave. I hope this don't show. Well, it won't. It won't. It won't. Manage. Y'all remember her, don't you? Bama
Who is
Grits.
it?
Bama
Oh yeah,
Grits.
yeah. I remember her.
Okay, there's Iron Dog. Now keep your eye on the bottom of the. Wait a minute. No, I got to tell it to share that one. I forgot. I was about to mess up. Okay. I was fixing to do the one without even sharing the right one. Okay, let's see which one am I on. There we go. All right, now this is the Brave browser. Okay, now I'm gonna go up here.
Yeah, it's still dark.
See there it says content made for kids. Content made for kids. Won't let me change it.
Hmm. I'm going to run in and check on my computer
Okay.
and see if it's the same deal. Let's see here. I got to mute this mic so you don't get a bunch of feedback from the double volume. Just a second.
All right. He did it anyway.
Okay, I forgot to mute that speaker first. Okay. Now let me see if I can do this. And by the way, B lady, yeah, okay, I assume he's on YouTube. And on Wednesday evenings, I'll be going live around between 4 or 5 o'clock my time, 7 or 8 o'clock your time. Let's see here. Let me go to Iron Dogs
Let's see if I can get
outside.
back. Oh, I forgot I can type as Iron Dog. I mean, as Grizz.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. In fact, I've got the paid version. I quit using that bootleg version. With the bootleg version, it cut all. Oh, you wouldn't believe what all you could do with it. And so I just went ahead and got the legit version, set it up for family, where I can watch it commercial free. Tennis shoes can watch it commercial free. All that. Don't have to worry about getting shut down and all that junk.
yeah. Okay, I want to do a screen share because that's not working the same for me there, Cornbread. Um,
It's
let's see
always been
here.
that way on me.
Let's see here. Oh, I'll just share entire screen. Or no, Brave tab.
You can say window and then pick which window.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Okay. So now here I'm sharing the screen. You can see the screen there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my bell is already clicked for all
Yeah,
over
but go
here.
to subscriptions. Go to subscriptions.
Okay, well I'm just on his channel right now.
Yeah, but
On at his channel, I can do personalize,
right.
or I click all.
Yeah, but go to your subscriptions. This is where you're gonna see it at.
Okay, let me go to subscriptions here. In here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Go to subscription. Now go up there to manage. And then scroll down till you see his channel, wherever you got it at. You got a lot more channels than I have, probably.
Yeah, and I weeded a lot on out.
I'm not even gonna ask you how many channels you subscribe to.
It's still a lot. I've been slowly going through and weeding them on out. A number of these channels don't even exist anymore.
It's the dog. I can't find her.
Okay, don't worry about it now, Deanne. He's probably over at John and Kathy's or up that skidding road.
Now I just went to his channel, and I can't do nothing with the bell on his channel itself.
That's why I'm thinking it's. That's why I'm thinking it's you got a glitch with your setup. Maybe you need to update your channel or something.
Oh, it's on the phones that way. It's on both phones that way. All right, let me go into. That's brave. Let me go into Chrome. Into Chrome. Open new window.
Well, subscribe to him way down. I know he's going to be at the bottom of the list.
Well, it never fails. That's normally the way it is. All right, let me go to channel. No, it's that way on the Chrome too. It won't let me do nothing with it. I wonder why.
Yeah, I might as well check this one out. You can see what my brother looks like. This here's my brother, my oldest brother.
Okay, yeah, I've seen him before. I've seen he was in a video with you one time, wasn't he? Or a picture? You
Yeah,
were
he
showing
came up.
pictures one day.
Yeah,
I just tried that on Chrome and it's doing the same. I don't understand that. Cause see, I'm even what do you call it? Joined his channel, whatever you call it, subscribe to him,
uh-huh.
a member or whatever you want to call it. That's weird.
Let's see here. Now there's a good channel right there. That's a real good channel. Probably one of the best channels on YouTube.
You've been smoking again. Oh, now there's one other channel that does that way on me, and that's Rick and Bubba.
Yeah.
Their channel does that way.
I should be getting close to this channel here.
That makes me wonder now. Let me go into
There he is. Okay.
settings.
Okay, now, his bell is black.
Well, be darn.
And I can click all, I can click personalize, none.
I wonder why.
I think it's a glitch with your setup.
Yeah, but it's like that on everything. I mean, phones, computers, everything. There ain't no. I wonder if there's anything in the settings would have anything to do with what I can. I don't have it restricted.
I'm wondering if you have something set up to where you can't get notified. It might be something with your settings that you have something set up that you can't get notifications for live streams that are.
No, you've seen what it said down there about the content.
Right, and maybe you have your set up where you don't get notifications for content made for children.
Well, that could be possible because I don't want to be seeing no. I don't want something being coming to me. I don't need,
Right. Yeah.
No, I don't want them to ever think, oh, this guy's watching kids.
Yeah.
Let's see. Connect privacy. Show in video info card. Let's see. I don't know.
I I'm thinking it is that you have some restrictions there.
Get notifications in this browser. Subscriptions.
Oh, I need to turn off my screen share.
Members only. Permissions. I don't see nothing like about that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where you would find it at.
I have no idea. Well, that's you and B lady says y'all can do it. So evidently it's something in mine the way I've got it set.
Yeah, it's probably you probably have to go into your YouTube settings and you know where you have where you have your settings on recommending content. It's probably on something like that.
And what now?
Where you set the where you do the settings for recommended content. I found something. I don't remember how to get into it, but
You're sounding like a robot. Hold on.
Okay, just a second here.
There you go.
I went behind the building. I went behind the building, so it might be not as good of a signal here.
Oh.
But anyway, oh, that's weird. What the heck is that? Oh, just a road. I thought it was a snake. Anyway, I found a deal where you can go into the Google settings and you can check out what they what they have on you, and it will tell you roughly your age and your interests, and they do all this to determine what to how to direct what advertisements to you. But the cool part about it is you can go in and turn off whatever you don't want on there. So if you don't want age identified advertisements, you can say, hey, don't use that information. You can tell what information they can and cannot use on you. And that was pretty cool to find. I went through and turned a whole bunch of that stuff off. Yeah, he has a channel, but he does. I don't think he's putting out videos anymore. Be ladies wondering if you put out content.
Nah, I ain't got but one video up, and that's the way I fix breakfast for my diet with meat skins and scrambled eggs.
I'm afraid it might bite me, Sandra.
Let's see. Auto make. I wonder. Let's see. No. I want to review the setting for each video. Could it be because I got mine set where no, set this channel as not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. Now that's where I got my channel set up.
That's for what you upload.
Right.
That wouldn't have anything to do. You might have to go into your Google settings and find it or something. I'm not sure where. I'll have to do some searching around looking for it.
Let's see.
Belater, he used to go live,
Yeah.
from time to time, and he was doing some music stuff. I wish he'd get back to doing that again on his D Live channel.
Let's see.
I can hear my daughter listening to the live stream. She's got a blasting in her trailer over there.
Oh, your live stream?
Yeah, she's got it playing over in her trailer, and I can hear it blasting away over here.
Okay. What'd you say the dog's name was now? Say it again.
Fajita?
No.
Or stir fry.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said its name was. I was just making sure.
Yeah, I know what you're doing there, Cornbread.
Hey, that's what friends are for.
Well, he has it set for no kids there, lady, and I have mine set for all my uploads are not for kids either. It's not what his uploads are set for. It's what his somewhere in recommendations he has it recommended for, not for children or something. Hello, Reef Robber.
I don't know what's going on. I'll have to just dig into it one day, or I don't know. I don't even know who to ask about that.
Yeah, I'll do. If it's raining tomorrow or maybe later on this evening, I'll get on there. I'll see if I can dig around and find it where it would be at in settings.
Oh, okay. But I have. Okay, let me see if I can pay attention to the chat now.
Now, here's something that it might be. Maybe you had a recommendation on your thumbnails, and they have those 3 dots on the right-hand side, and you click "Don't recommend this, no more of this content."
No, I get it. I get it in my subscription. Okay.
I know, but hold on a second. Maybe what you did is maybe there was at one point there was some child's content that was recommended to you, and you clicked on those 3 dots. You said, "Don't recommend this content to me anymore." And so now they're identifying, okay, any content that's designed for children, we won't recommend it to them anymore. And being the dog has his set maybe for children.
I wonder if he had. Surely he wouldn't know.
But my understanding, though, if it's set for children, you can't. They don't allow comments on
You're
live
not
stream.
even supposed to be able to use chat.
Right.
I thought he was doing that for his grandkids.
That's what I can't understand.
Okay, B lady, have a good one. Thanks for coming on by.
Hey, B lady, it's good to hear from you. I hadn't seen you since, back when Country Girl used to live stream before she got all lovey-dovey and all that and everything. But anyway, that's how long it's been since I've seen you or heard from you or anything.
B lady, I'll be back on next Wednesday on this channel, at the same time, between 7 or 8 o'clock your time. And also on Tuesday mornings, I'll be going live in the morning about between 8 and 9 o'clock your time in the mornings on Tuesday morning. Yeah, I've seen her. I've been to her channel. She's had a few live streams on occasion, but I haven't been to much of them. But I've been to a few of them.
It's been a while since I've seen her. I went over to her channel the other day just to see when she does stream last. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a month. Last time I was to one of her live streams, it was 2 or 3 months ago, I think it was. I might do start doing a Thursday afternoon live stream too, on occasion, but that won't be scheduled. But it'll be sometime in the afternoon before dog goes live in the Thursday evening.
Now, what is restricted mode? This helps hide potentially mature videos. No filter is 100% accurate. This setting only appears to these browsers. Activate restriction mode. No, I'm not going to activate restriction mode.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
That potentially, let's see, let me look at that again. This helps hide potentially mature videos. No filter is 100% accurate. But it's not enabled.
Okay, yeah, you can restrict it where you don't get any R-rated or adult content.
Right. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I mean, it's that way on the phone and everything. That's the reason I thought it was because of the way he had it set.
No, I think it's something that somewhere, I don't know if it's in Google or the YouTube settings that you have, but somewhere you have it set that way. I'm not sure where at though.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll look on in Google, check around in it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on YouTube. Let's see, what was I going to do now? I need to make sure this thing. Yeah, I got it muted in time.
They keep meaning to ask B-Lady one of these times. Several years ago, there were some other gals. They were going to jump all over B-Lady on one of her live streams that she was doing, and I was able to successfully stop it. But I've been wondering if she's heard from those gals since or not. I don't even remember what those gals' names were.
I see where Sandra was commenting too.
Did I miss a bunch of comments?
Well, she was talking about maybe I had something set to restrictions and stuff. I was just scrolling back up looking.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
What do you think about the new lady they got, the new press secretary?
I miss Jan. I never thought I would say it. I never thought I would say that, but I miss Jan.
You know how bad I miss her. Wait a minute, I'll tell you how bad I miss her.
That particular issue with him, I'm happy to circle back with you, but
That's how bad I miss her.
Yeah, there was somebody that put one on out there. What was it? This new lady, she's got a different line that she's using. Okay, it wasn't the circle back line, but she has a line that's kind of similar that she's been using. And somebody made a bunch of clips of her saying, I haven't heard that one. I'll have to get back to you or something. I don't remember what it was, but this new lady, she's already got a whole bunch of clips of her
I
saying it
don't
over and
doubt
over again.
that. I watched a little bit the other day, and I said, "Oh my God!" You know who she reminded me of?
Uh-uh.
That woman in Atlanta, the one that claimed she was the mayor, she won and everything, or governor, and then she didn't admit
Oh,
that about 2 months ago she didn't win because she was wanting to run again. Oh,
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Stacy's that her name? She
Yeah,
reminds me of her.
yeah. Hey, did you hear this stuff on the baby formula? I don't have the whole story right, but I can give you the gist to it. But when Obama was president, he had one of his I don't know appointees or whatever that he had appointed. That he was the one that created a dilemma over something. I don't know. Well, I can't remember. They said what it was on the video that I watched, but he had created this whole mess, and the Republicans and the Democrats both hated him underneath the Obama administration, and the Democrats still don't like the same guy, and he's working in the Biden administration, and he's the same. He's created this mess with the baby formula before. Under the Obama administration, it was something else that a mess that he created, but basically, it's the same guy that's responsible for this crap.
Hmm.
I'll see if I can find that video again and send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good night, Sandra. We'll catch you later.
Yeah, I was fixing to tell you I was fixing to cut in and say she's wanting to go to bed. All right,
Yeah.
Sandra, have a good one. As soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna watch your video. I didn't get to tonight. I was busy carrying out the garbage because you have not trained your friend tennis shoes how to promptly carry out the trash. You done such a good job in that video that day. I told tennis shoes, I said, pay attention. That's He's trying to show you what your job is.
Yeah. We'll have to make a video on how to get slapped.
Well, the thing of it is, I need to make a video of it and put it on the big TV in there. And when tennis shoes comes, you just put it on there and play it in a loop. Just let it over and over. And over.
I like the way you think there, cornbread.
Well, I mean, I tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, women these days are just too spoiled, ain't they?
Yeah, yeah. I spend more time in the kitchen than Bobby and Tennis Shoes both together does. Something's wrong with this picture.
Uh, yeah, I know. I'm usually making my wife breakfast and tea anymore. She does make me breakfast some mornings too when I ask her to.
Oh man, I gotta tell you this one. Oh, I wish Sandra was here to hear this one. This morning, dog was on there and everything, and he said something other about his tennis shoe cooked you breakfast. Well, I heard him the first time, but I wanted to make sure. And I said, do what? He says, oh, I was asking you, has tennis shoe fixed you breakfast yet? I said, that's what I thought you said. I said, I ain't stopped laughing from when you said it the first time. So I looked over and I had fixed tennis shoes' chocolate, milk, her vitamins, and her medicine laying there, like I do every morning. And I happened to turn around there and seen it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to grab a picture of this right quick, send it to him. I said, no, this is what I do for her every morning. I hit my cup of coffee and it spilt and ran down the coffee table. I hurry up and jumped up. I grabbed the Bible and I started grabbing everything else and just throwing it. Boom, boom. I'm going to tell you what, I got a good phone. it's worth the money I give for it. Cause I'm gonna tell you what, it's a good phone. Tennis shoes to tell you that. But I started throwing stuff to get it out of the coffee, cleaning my coffee up and everything. I said one of these days I'm gonna learn to quit trying to hurry up and grab something and do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been worried about the Bible getting the coffee stains on it.
Oh, I grabbed it first. That was the first thing I went for.
Yeah.
I grabbed that because it was a real old Bible. And so anyway, I grabbed it, and I mean, I thought, yeah, he thinks that she's gonna cook me. This is what I do for her every morning.
Yeah. My wife, if I don't make her tea in the morning, she's like, "You don't love me anymore."
I tell you, old tennis shoes, you can't beat her. She's a good girl. She's good to me. She helps me.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a good woman. Her and Bobby both.
Yeah, Bobby. I told somebody the other day, said something about Bobby. I said, I tell you what about Bobby. I said, if Bobby's your friend, she's a true friend. I said, she won't lie for you, but she'll be there for you and she'll stand up for you if you're right. And if you're wrong, she'll tell you you're wrong,
Yeah.
but she's a true friend.
Good people.
Yeah. We're sitting there talking today. There was somebody come in there sitting there talking, and I said, just like I told him the other morning. I told, Bob and Ten Shoes, anything happened to me, don't run around here telling nobody. Just, let it go.
You know,
And so so anyway, I said, there ain't but two people that need to know, and that's the one that's in my will and the one that's getting everything I'm getting. And that was Bobby and Ten Shoes. Well, this woman asked me today, says, you ain't got no kids? I said, no. Said, you ain't got no more friends? I said, true friends? No. Them's the only two I got, true friends.
wow. Yeah. Well, that's kind of like what was that Doc movie, Doc Holiday movie? Um. Oh shit! I'm trying to think of what the name of that movie was. Where I know that you've seen it. Anyway, they was out there fighting or something. The gun wars with the cowboys and stuff. And he says, "Why are you doing this for Wyatt Earp?" Because he says, "Well, because he's my friend." And the other guy says, "Well, I got lots of friends." Doc Holliday says, "Well, I only got one." Yeah, a person might have lots of friends, but they ain't gonna put their neck on the line for lots of friends. They will for that one.
That's right. That's right. I mean, it's really hard to find a good friend, a true friend this day and time.
Yeah.
There's so many people that uses just different words so freely. They don't know the real meaning of them.
Well, what I've noticed in life, and I'm not talking about on the YouTube life, the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
it's I've got a lot of acquaintances with
6
6 eggs today. Cool. I've made a lot of good acquaintances and stuff on YouTube, but I'm not going to include that with.
The one came over there, and I got 3 from there, 1 over there today.
Okay.
No, 1 here, 1 there, 2 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 1 in there.
She showed me the eggs that she's collected today.
We got Easter egg girl.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. The friends that I have in real life. Yeah, again, I got a few of them around here that will do anything for me.
Yeah. Right.
And some of the friends that I've had for forever, not so much friends anymore. I mean, I'm not saying enemies, but
Right.
it's when I was working, I had lots of friends.
Right.
But out of all those friends that I had from when I was working, there's only 2 or 3 of those that have stayed close.
Well, I had one that way that I worked with for years, and even after we both left work and everything, we still friends. I mean, real close. Um, she was she was doggone close. I mean, I thought we was a lot closer. Not in the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like real family, like.
Uh-huh.
And but we don't even talk now. I I I don't know if it had. I really don't know. There's times that I want to go sit down and talk to her and just see. I got an idea, maybe a couple of things it could be, but now and there again I think no, I'll just leave it alone.
Well, here's the bizarre thing, and don't take this for um like I'm flirting with the girl or anything else like that, okay? Because it's nothing like that whatsoever. But
Yeah.
this one really good friend and he still is a good friend of mine. But we just don't chat anymore. But his wife will chat. She'll text me and stuff, and she'll ask me to come over and do favors and stuff. And I'm not talking about those type of favors, okay?
Right.
Like
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know.
she wants to garden road or tell her whatever she wants to give her ideas, and she's always there trying to push money on me, for these favors. I don't take money from them. I mean, they're friends. You don't take money from friends, okay?
No.
And, but anyway, she just goes out of her way to let me know that friendship that we've had for 35 years is still there. And the deal with her husband is he's still working, he's busy, and so a lot of it is just timing. That he doesn't have the time. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a businessman. He's running a business, and during his off time when he's not working, he's still working with the parties and the golf games and all the different stuff to associate with those people that he's doing business with.
Right.
So he
Yeah.
doesn't have time. That's why I don't hold any of this against him, but there's very few, but a few of my friends that are still working. There's a few friends that are still working, and they still come by once or twice a month, and check and come by and visit and stuff, and but yeah, and I mean that gal that I was talking about, there's never ever been anything romantic, or it never has been that kind of a friendship at all.
Right. Right. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. That's why. Well, that's me and the one I was talking about was because
Yeah.
if anything ever did happen and then we busted up, that would have killed our friendship.
Yep.
That's one reason it never was nothing approached or tried.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Oh,
mean,
Robert,
me
this
and her,
evening.
we ran around more than what her and her husband did. Her husband knew me real good. We'd known each other for years.
Yeah.
He knew I wasn't going say nothing out of the way to her, nothing like it.
By the way, I hate to say this bad news, but Robert had to put his 14-year-old Labrador down today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of a bummer. Sorry to hear about that, Robert.
Yeah. Now that's one thing can be a true friend. That's a dog.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of friends are like hemorrhoids. They come and they go, and you never know when they're going to flare up.
And they make you scratch your head.
No, they make you scratch your ass.
Well, you know what I mean, but I mean your friends will make you scratch your head. But why in the world did they do that?
Yeah. Oh, I was watching a video. I don't remember the name of the channel or whatever today, but they were talking about their mean tweets, their mean comments they've received on their channel and stuff. But then they also told about some of their personal relationships, and they didn't get graphic with this. And I'm going to try not to get. Oh, that was yesterday, Robert. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to try not to be graphic with this, but it's hilarious. Anyway, the guy says he was getting romantic with his wife on the bed, And he says, I was on top of her. He's not completely on top of her, but I was kind of crawling over the top of her. He says, this is when all of a sudden I felt this big long tongue go lick right on the backside. And he says, I felt so violated.
You ain't got to finish it. I know. But
I left the comment. His comment was what he was telling about was it was one of the evenings where they had left their kids over at Grandma and Grandpa's, for the night or something like that. So they were having their time alone and stuff like that. Anyway, I had to leave a comment. I says, when the kids come home, don't let them lick their face.
oh man, you ain't right. You're talking about anyway, it made me think of this. Twitter, did you see where 45% of Biden's followers on Twitter is fake accounts?
Yes, I saw that, or I heard them talking about that on YouTube.
It was what's that guy's name? The one that does the news every evening, the guy that wears glasses. You watch him every day, probably too.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that. I saw that video too. Like 45%.
I wonder how many followers he has.
I don't know.
See, from what I'm understanding, Twitter's not as big as it's put on to be. Evidently, when what's his name was going to buy it, they said, they like 5% bots and fake accounts. Well, shit, I bet you there's 20% from the way everything's coming out. Like Biden, 45% of his is fake accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these other big channels have got a bunch of fake accounts. I mean, you remember used to, you could buy, what was that you could buy on Yahoo? Oh man, there was something you could buy on Yahoo for something for your.
So you can buy subscribers for YouTube for your YouTube channel.
Yeah, now I've heard that too. Yes.
Yeah.
There was something somewhere else you could buy a whole bunch for.
But if you buy those YouTube channel those subscribers, the YouTube has it set up in their deal where they can identify that type of stuff, and you might pay for 10,000 subscribers, and you'll have that for a day or two, and all of a sudden you'll lose 9,999 of them. So you wasted a bunch of money anyway.
Well, like me, okay, I'm not subscribed to that many channels. But the ones I'm subscribed to, I watch. I can't see having a whole bunch that I don't watch.
I have a bunch of some channels that I am subscribed to because I want to have them in my subscriptions list because I like to scroll through it. And every now and then, those channels that I'm subscribed to, they'll have content that I'm interested in. Like there's a number of channels that they have sawmills. Their channels aren't about sawmills, but from time to time they'll release a video showing what they've gone through with their sawmill or something that they've done or whatever. So I look forward to seeing when they put out a video like that, but I don't watch any of the other content.
Right, they might have something. Well, that's happened to my sawmill. I want to see what he done. But like, there's one channel. I'm not going to say the name of the channel because I'm not going down his channel because he's got a good channel. I liked it. I watched it all the time. Okay. I have YouTube Premium now. Okay. Ad free. No ads. Okay. But he had an 8-minute video the other day, and a minute and a half of it was his own little selling thing where he, this video is sponsored by such and such. Okay. He got where he's doing that every video now. Okay.
Let me guess. Is that that guy up here up in Oregon or up north of me? Oh shoot. What's his name?
No, he don't use his name. It's a
Wrangle Star?
No.
Not him.
This is a channel that started off. it'll remind you. Well, he talks about well, like McDonald's, how McDonald's started, how they proceeded, and stuff like that. And he
Okay.
had videos about like what it was like back in the 50s and this and this and that. It's real interesting educational stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Coca-Cola started and what they've gone through, how they done this, how they done that, and the changes they've made. It's real interesting.
Uh,
But I
but
mean, I just unsubscribed the other day. I didn't make a comment about it or nothing. I just unsubscribed.
I don't mind when channels have their own sponsors that are sponsoring it. But like I follow Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s his channel on YouTube. He does his podcast or whatever. You catch bits and pieces of it that he releases. And of course, his channel is sponsored. But he talks about whatever he's going to talk about on the show, whatever it might be. And then like sometimes he'll have it at the beginning, but usually it's right at the end of the video that he runs a sponsor, that he does the advertisement for it.
Right.
And it's only maybe a 30 or 40 second that he talks about it, and then that's the end of his live stream that he's doing on there. And also this other channel that I follow, Stephen Gardner, he does it usually somewhere about the first third of his video. He'll put his sponsored video, sponsored part of the content on in there. And I don't mind it like that, but I hate it like what you're just saying. They put out a video, and 90% of the video is about the sponsorship.
Right.
I
mean,
I don't want to watch a paid commercial all the way through for the whole video.
that's like Sandra's cooking videos. I like watching them. She does the video. She ain't dragging it out. I mean, dragging and dragging and dragging. She goes through the recipe. I mean, there's one person. If it wasn't for Tennis Shoes and Bobby, I would unsubscribe from them. For 4 days, I sat there and I had to hear her over and over. Y'all, it's about time. It's about to run. The deadline's about to get here on getting my cookbook now. Y'all need to hurry up and order my book now. It's this. I mean, just on and on.
Yeah.
Look, if I want, I've bought cookbooks for Bobby and Tennis Shoes before from other channels. It ain't because they advertised it. It's because, they like their cooking and stuff like that. So I went and ordered it. They didn't have to say, oh, go get my cookbook. They might say, well, I have a cookbook. Links in the description.
Yeah.
Don't go on and on and on.
Yeah. It's that's like me. If I ever get to selling something on my channel, which I hope to somehow, I'd like to get a little ad revenue coming in that way, or a little bit of revenue coming in that way. But I know that advertising a product is not where the money's at. In order to be able to advertise that product, you have to be putting out a content for somebody to want to come and watch, and they're not there to watch your advertisement.
No. Yeah. Oh, let me ask you this, see if you know this. Okay. Now that I have premium, everybody that's monetized, how does YouTube do that?
One of these times I would a little bit later. I'll show you. I'm outside again. I can show you on there on the ad revenue that I get. It shows I made this much ad revenue from this video or whatever from people watching the ads, and then there's a deal down there that says shared ad revenue from from basically what you're talking about. And say like a video that I might make $10 on a video from ad revenue. I'll make like 20 cents roughly off of the people that have the paid subscriptions. You know, YouTube pays us that money.
Okay, so do they have a set rate? Like, okay, this person's premium, you get so much from him.
I don't know how they break it on down. I think the way they break it on down is based how long you watch the video. That each that when you're watching videos, I believe that YouTube is the way they're working at is they're saying, okay, this person's sending us X amount of dollars per month. We're going to pay out X of dollars amount per watch time on this individual to the channels that he's watching.
Yeah,
So say like if you're paying $10 a month, the YouTube says, well, we get to keep 60%, and we're going to distribute 40% of your $10. So $4 would be distributed based on watch time. So like if you watch 10 minutes of my videos per month, and you watch 200 hours of somebody else's videos per month, obviously they're going to get more based on the watch time that where you're distributing your watch time, and that's how they do it.
Well, I mean, you know, like the ones I'm subscribed to and the ones I watch, I normally watch 95 to 100% of the whole video. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's like dog. A lot of times in the morning when he's on, I don't get to watch all of his live stream because that's in the time that I'm, you know, dealing with Bobby and dealing with tennis shoes. And then when I get through, I'll go back to them. You know.
I don't know. Okay, just a second. My wife said I muted the computer inside. She can't hear us in there. I got to go unmute. I'll be right back.
Tell her we're talking about her. She don't need to hear us.
I'll tell her that.
Hey!
Well, you can still do that now. Okay, I'm back. You still there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I like that.
Clapping because you was back.
Yeah, she got pissed off when I told her that we was talking about her.
Oh man.
But yeah, they do pay. They, you know, based on who you watch, they're paying. I don't know how they break it on down, but they're paying on out.
Right. Oh man.
I mean, quite honestly, I'd rather you just watch it through Brave and not get anything. You know, because YouTube is either way, they're making too much money off of it, in my opinion, for their shadow blocking that they do and trying to control people's thoughts.
Well, I agree, but the only reason I did it, okay, I had that other version. I don't forget what it's called. You could side load it onto Fire Stick, and it wouldn't work that good on the phone. It wasn't made for a phone. Okay, on the computer you can use Brave. Well, on the phone you could use Brave too, but you just couldn't do the chat. And
for the live stream.
Yeah, and you couldn't do a playlist on the phone. So, and then I had that other version that would work on the Fire Stick. But I mean, it was neat. Now there was more settings you could do in it than you could on the premium for YouTube. There was more different things you could set up in the app.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice, but when you was playing a video, like if you played a playlist, when that playlist got done, it would just keep on playing videos.
Oh,
Like if I went to sleep or whatever, it'd just keep on playing and playing all night long.
yeah.
Well, with
Hey, Boo. How's it going, Boo? Cajun Coin Hunter, that's Boo.
yeah, I
Look
see
here.
it. Hello there, Cajun. Well, you know, on the premium service, like I make a playlist. It's for the evening, you know, for us to watch
Right.
while we're eating supper and all that. When it's through, it's through.
Yep.
But now, like on the premium, I pay what I think it's 17 something a month. Okay. Bobby's got a YouTube account, which I use it. She don't even know how do you do YouTube. And the reason I made her account is where she can watch her preacher on Sunday. And I got it set up where she's Skype. I go there and put it on her TV. Okay, she's on my family plan. Tenny Shoes is on my family plan. You know, of course, me. Okay, then I have my YouTube TV. Well, that automatically puts them on the family plan a bit too, and everything. So
Uh-huh.
I can't really complain
Yeah.
about the price. But I mean, the YouTube TVs, you might as well say $65 a month, which it
Yeah.
beats any cable that you can get on channel wise.
Right.
But I mean, like, I don't really watch that many channels myself. Tenny Shoes has
Yep.
certain channels she watch, and see with each account, like on the family plan, you can have separate accounts. You can have separate favorites, separate guides, everything for YouTube and the TV part both.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own recordings, you know, like where you set up your recordings. You have your own recording banks. Like I say, for
Yeah.
the price, you can't beat it. But I mean, I hate that. I'm like you. I hate about where my money goes to.
Yeah.
But with the price and everything, this
You know,
cable here is ridiculous.
I did have that YouTube TV for a little bit, and I really liked it, but then they started raising the price and raising the price. When I had it, they were only charging like $8 a month.
Oh, really? Darn.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago. It was only like $8 a month for a YouTube TV.
Well, when I first got internet TV, I got Hulu. And Hulu, I mean, it was like $40 a month or something like that. I can't even remember. And then, you know, like it kept going up, which I started checking around. I said, well, Hulu, I mean, YouTube's the same price and you get more channels. And
Yeah.
so I switched over to YouTube and I was with Hulu for a long time. But I mean, for what I get on YouTube on this cable system here, Comcast, Xfinity, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
120 or $30.
I would rather have YouTube TV than Comcast or Xfinity or any of that. I got a friend of mine has Comcast and he lets me sign in to watch his, but I don't even sign in there anymore. I don't even watch it. I don't even watch it on there. Because there's so many channels you got to go through. I mean, there's like 900 channels, and by the time you're done hunting through the 999 channels that you never watch
Oh, you talking about what are you talking about on the
on Comcast.
Oh,
You know, if you go into the regular TV, there's like 900. If I sign in on my friend's account
right.
to watch TV, he's got he's got HBO, he's got the whole 9 yards. I mean, he's got
Right.
everything.
He's paying a chunk of money.
Yeah, he's paid a chunk of money for what he gets, and I can sign in to watch it and go in there. But it's so much of a hassle, and I had my favorite set up. But
Right.
whenever there's something that's going to be something else that you want to get on to watch, well, it just wasn't worth it to me. Whereas YouTube TV, they only have what 40, 50 channels.
No,
But
it's
there's-
like 80.
Oh, is it 80 now? Whatever it is.
I think it's
It's-
more than
it's
80.
not like-
Really, you do the other like your movie channels and
Yeah,
they got
but
all kinds of junk.
but it's not like it's not like having all the stupid channels that they have on
Right.
on Comcast.
Well, see what I've done on YouTube, which you can do, is you go in there and you take out what channels you don't want. You don't even see them. You don't see them in the guide or nothing.
Yeah.
Now, Xfinity, I have a TiVo box, which I got it. It's in there in the closet because I bought a. Back used to when you bought one of them boxes, you could buy a lifetime subscription to the recording thing, the guide and the recording thing. Well, I bought that lifetime deal, and that was back in 2010. The box still works. That box has paid for itself, and now they charge you, I think, $15 a month to record.
Oh, wow.
Well, that box has paid for itself. I couldn't even tell you how many times. It paid for itself in the first 2 years. But anyway, you can set it up where you only get what channel you want. That's all you see in the guide. These cable boxes, you can't. You got to go through every channel in the guide. And then if you do set up a favorites, once you go in the guide, then you got to go into the favorites every time. It's to make you scan through them channels to where you say, oh, I want that channel.
Yeah.
You get that channel, you got to buy a whole nother package. But I got a phone call today. It made me feel good. I didn't think I'd ever see the day. I thought I'd die first. I have T-Mobile phone service. I got the whole 9 yards, unlimited everything. My phone, tennis shoes, phone. They called me today offering me the new home, what do you call it, 5G, G5 or 5G home internet. And I've been waiting. I signed up, for them to notify me, 2 years ago. I didn't think I'd ever see it because just for internet, I'm paying Comcast for 100 megabytes download speed. I forgot what it is upload. It ain't much. And then you're limited to like a little over a terabyte, which I don't even hit close to that, even with me streaming off of it, Bobby streaming off of it, and Tennis Shoes streaming off of it. I don't even use half of it. But if I live streamed, that live streaming really eats it up.
Yeah.
But they're offering me home internet for $30 a month.
That's pretty cheap.
$80 a month from Xfinity. So I'm gonna go talk to them tomorrow, see what they say.
Well, I want to tell you with the T-Mobile, they screwed me over.
I heard you talking about that one day.
Make sure you document everything. Like if you do any returns, you make sure you get receipts, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Because I took it right into the store and figured, okay, that's good enough. I mean, right into the T-Mobile store, right where I got the stuff at, took it in, returned it, and walked on out of there. And I thought everything was good. I mean, they gave me good service when I had them, other than my internet for this location just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. That's why I said, you know what, I got to go find something else better.
Right.
And yeah, they ended up. I ended up having to pay them close to $400 all total. Whoa. I just had paid them $200 about a week or so ago, and the first of the next month I got to send them another $200.
Yeah, I almost got messed up. See, Bobby was using that TiVo box I was telling you about. What you do, you got to get a cable card from the cable company. Well, when I took her off that TiVo box and put her on my, my YouTube, and I sent the cable card back to the cable company. Well, Tennis Shoes ain't never done nothing like that before. She didn't know. She walked in there to the new store, and they got a bunch of idiots working there that don't even know how to even, I don't know what. She goes in the store, and they said, what is this? She says, it's a cable card. It come out of a box. Well, we don't know what to do with that. She says, I'm returning it for Bobby Upshaw because the card was in her name. I said, okay, they took it and asked the guy what to do with it. He said, oh, just throw it in that box over there. He threw it over there. He said, okay, thank you, ma'am. Well, Tenny Shoes didn't know she needed to get a piece of paper. She leaves. Well, they kept on billing her on her cable for that cable card. Kept her showing it on there. And so anyway, finally, Tenny Shoes got a hold of somebody one day. She had called 2 or 3 times. They finally took that card off of there. Then, because, if you don't return something, they want to charge you. I think it was $35 for the card. And I told Tenny Shoes, I said, well, if, you didn't know it, I didn't come down to it, I'll pay for the card. But it didn't. They took the card off of her account and everything. But
Hey, I don't know if you watched Stephen Gardner's video today, but it was sponsored by, I don't remember the name of the company, but I guess a lot of his viewers are asking about investments because that's what he's into. That's what he does for a living is investments, and okay. And so he got sponsored by this one deal, and he was telling about it. He said that it will help you build your credit, blah blah blah, and keeping tab on it, and how to manage it. It's helping schedule your money and stuff. But it also goes into this app. Also goes on into like if you have like a subscriptions to stuff that you've been trying to get them to shut off the subscriptions, and they still keep on billing you at 20. You just click unsubscribe from there. You don't even have to talk to nobody to unsubscribe. They automatically just shut that part down. So that might, check out that video a little bit later, and you might be interested in something like that. I'm really thinking about signing up for that one.
Well, I never had no problem unsubscribing from anything, like Hulu or anything like that. Now, I did do something on YouTube the other day, and I thought, well, I'll get, a ball team because they're blacking everything out because they're not filling up that new stadium. So I thought, okay, I'll be able to get that game. So I put in for the free preview thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you got the family playing, you don't get as many days as you normally would because everybody in the family playing would get it. So I put on there, put it on there, the sports thing, and it's like $20-something a month. So I put it on there, and I went over to the game, and it still blacked out because that you don't get a local game; it's blacked out. Cause I didn't really want to watch it that bad. It's just something to watch when there wasn't nothing on TV.
Yeah.
So I went right back and unsubscribed. And Hulu, when I had Hulu the same way. If the cable companies and all these other companies made it as easy as these internet companies did, it'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, I tell you the one plan that I'm having a hard time getting unsubscribed from. Now getting unsubscribed from StreamYard, that was no problem. I mean, when I said, hey, you know what, cancel the payment, they made one more payment, and then they haven't done anymore. It's just about the timing. I thought I was just going to have to make that last payment, but it went on through, and they haven't held out any more since. But the one that I've been fighting with is Rumble. Because they're paying them $25 a month so I can live stream over there, but I'm not live streaming over there, and I don't want to pay that money anymore. But for some reason, it's just not going through and getting me unsubscribed from that deal.
All right, go in there and delete the card on the account.
I might have to do that. I don't want to do that, but I might have to.
I'm trying to think what it was. I think it was CBS. I ended up having to do that way. It was one of these networks. I had to do that way. I'm not going to say it was CBS, but it was something like that. And finally, I deleted the card off the account, and they sent me a thing. They're going to have to shut my account if I didn't put in another card, and I never did, and they shut the account down. But now I was going to say on T-Mobile a while ago. Now, when I got that T-Mobile phone account, that was when I was in real bad shape. And,
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and I paid for the phones up front, mine and Tennis Shoes phone up front, and paid for 2 years service.
Mm-hmm.
And each month when the thing comes up, instead of saying it says total due, you gotta look real close. You see that sign minus mark. I
Yeah.
say I save them each month, just in case something comes up.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Plus all my receipts and everything, I got them on file. Tennis Shoes knows where all that is.
Yeah.
But other than
Yeah.
that, I ain't really had no complaint. I've had good service. Now there for a while, I don't know if they was working on a tower around here or what, but there was a few days it was aggravating. I mean, me and Tennis Shoes couldn't even call each other, which it's got to go through
You
the tower.
you do you remember when they came out with that friends and family phone deal? In the late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
I signed up for that because they told me that my phone, my long distance would be a lot cheaper and stuff. So I signed up for it. And when I got my first month's phone bill from friends and family, I looked at it. My phone bill cost more. It had gone up. And at the time, I had it was AT&T, I think it was, that I had down there in California. So I called up AT&T and I said, "Hey, I want to go over my phone bill with you and tell me what I want to give you each call, how long each call was, the time of day, and everything, and I want to know what my phone bill would have been if I added a drop." They said, "Okay." So I told them I didn't give them any of the numbers that I had, for what I was being charged for each call, but I went on through. By the time I got through with it, AT&T's phone bill would have been like $15 less than what that friends and family was. So I said, "Well," I said, "I want to be switched back." They said, "Okay." So they switched me back. And then I called up that friends and family and I said, "Okay, I want to know how much my total bill is because I want to close down my account." They said, "Okay, your total bill is this amount here." And I recorded that phone call, or didn't record it, but I wrote down the date, the time, who I talked to, and everything. I kept it, put that in my ledger, the exact amount that they said. I paid the bill. The next month, I got a bill from them for 35 cents. So I called them on up, and I said, "Look," "I called up, talked to so and so at this time, and gave them the whole spiel." I said, "They told me to close out my account. It cost this much, and I sent you guys a check for that amount. Now you're billing me for an additional 35 cents." And they looked and said, "Oh, that's a mistake. Don't worry about it. We'll knock it off. Don't worry about it. Don't pay it. Just scratch it off." I said, "Okay." The next month, I get a bill from them, from friends and family. It was 70 cents. So I called them on up again. I said, "Hey," I canceled out my bill. I gave them all the information. I told them, I said, that I talked to so and so last month. They said, "Don't worry about it. Scratch it off. They said they'll cancel it. Don't worry about it. I don't have to pay it." I said, "Okay." I scratched it off. The next month, I get a bill for $1.40. I called them up that month and I said, "Look," and I go through the whole loop all over again. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Scratch it off. I'll get it discontinued. We'll take care of it." I kept on calling every month for like 6 months. I'd get the bill. I'd call them up for 6 months. I kept on calling and telling, "Hey, gotta get rid of this." By that time, each month it kept on doubling. I don't know what it was up to, like $50 after 6 months. I quit calling them. I stopped documentation. You know what that ended up costing me? That 35 cents, they ended up charging me $1,200 for that I had to pay.
Mm.
After 6 months of that, that pissed me off. So now when I cancel out, what I do when I cancel a service, I find out how much it is, and I'll pay them like 30 cents extra. The reason being is then they have to mail me back a check.
And you got proof of it.
And then I have proof of it. Not only that, for them to have to pay me out a check for 30 cents, that 30 cents it's cost them like $5.
Yeah. That sounds like internal revenue, boy. There was one time it was like I overpaid, but they said I underpaid like $3 and something. And they didn't say nothing for I think it was 3 years or something. They didn't say a word. That $3 and something, I don't forgot what it costed me, but Lord, I'd have paid them the money because I didn't know them. They owed me. I overpaid $3 and something. They said I underpaid $3. And I still had all it, but it wasn't worth fighting it with them idiots. So it ended up costing me, I can't remember, it was either $100 and something or $200 and something with internal revenue.
Well, what pissed me off about T-Mobile is when I canceled their service, I didn't hear nothing from T-Mobile for a year. I never got a bill from them. I never got a letter. I never got no communication from them, no emails, no nothing for about a year before all of a sudden I got a letter in the mail from collections. That's what pissed me off about T-Mobile. They didn't even give me a chance to talk to them about it. Say, hey, we got this bill. You owe us this money. They never sent me a bill or nothing on that, which I didn't owe in the first place. But second of all, they just stuck it right into the collections. So when I called up the collections on it to try to resolve it, they said it was already too late.
Huh. Now I had AT&T. This was back, years ago. I did one of them family plans like you talking about with AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
I know 3 or 5 people.
I did a contract. Got the phones. I think it was 3 phones, 2 or 3 phones.
There were 34 people.
And I had one phone going to call and have one phone took off. And it was going to cost me more for one phone than it was for those 2 phones, or 3, however many it was. And then I was going to have to pay a penalty for the phone that I was taking off. I told him, I said, just cut them all off. I don't even want to fool you no more.
Yeah.
I ended up having to pay $600 for killing the contract. And I was paying them like $50 a month. They wasn't happy with that. They turned it into collections.
Man.
So I let them turn it in. They went ahead and turned it in collections. I called collections, and I only had to pay half of what I owed. Because I had done paid $150. About 150, 600, still 450, something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't end up paying but $200. Because that's what the collection agency settled with, $200.
Yeah, this collection that I had to pay, it was like $800, and they settled for the $400. When I on this T-Mobile deal. But I'm pissed off at T-Mobile over that. I mean, they never even gave me a chance.
I mean, was like I say, I don't have to pay no bill and all that. See, I think it's this March when I think I'll have to finally pay a bill again, and that's when the deal will be up.
Yeah.
Junkyard said he got Junkyard. You still here?
Yeah, he has T-Mobile. He had T-Mobile when I had T-Mobile, and I used to like T-Mobile, but
he said he's got the home internet. No, he said they got it out there now. He said he's got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did. When I had T-Mobile, the customer service was great. Everything about it was great. It's just the internet wasn't good enough out here. But I would have still promoted them, talked them up, said, hey, I love T-Mobile. It just wasn't where my location and just didn't have the internet that I needed. But ever since they screwed me over the way they did, there ain't no way I'll never
I
not
mean,
talk to
I can understand that. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you.
them.
I mean, that's just like this stupid oxygen company that I'm dealing with here. I wouldn't recommend them for oxygen for your worst neighbor, you know.
Yeah. I
But
wonder if it could be cheaper just to go down to a welding supply place and get oxygen tanks from them.
yeah, I wish. That's a little bit different. So you have got it. Oh,
Oh, by the way, I use oxygen here for my settling tanks.
yeah, but it's a different oxygen though.
You know, it's the same oxygen.
It's not regular. I don't know how to say this. It's
It's
not
not
regular
medically.
air.
It's not medically approved.
Okay.
That's what it is. But
This is the O2 oxygen that's been took out of the air. However you say. Oh, you know what the best is? Liquid. See, I used to
liquid
be on that.
oxygen.
Oh, I used to be on that liquid. Oh, that you
Yeah.
don't use as much. It's a whole lot better. Which right now
Uh,
my oxygen's doing good. I can't complain about it. But you know, my oxygen levels and everything, I can't complain. But back when I was real bad, when I first come out of hospital, yeah, that's what I was on, that liquid.
Yeah. See what I use my oxygen for though. I don't use it for breathing purposes. I like if I get into poison oak, I get a little bit of poison oak breaking out on me. I'll take that oxygen and just spray it on the poison oak. And
Oxygen?
yeah, well, oxygen will spraying on oxygen. If you can get the oxygen right to spray it right on there, it will kill the poison oak. It'll dry it up and it'll kill it.
Huh. Well, I never heard
Yeah,
that.
the way I learned that is my brother. Now I can crawl in poison oak
Oh,
and I,
wait a minute. I got to record this because this is going to be another one. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I can crawl in poison oak, and I'll only get little patches of it here or there. Not no big deal. My
Yeah.
brother Gordon, when he gets into it, he gets a little bit on him, and his whole body will puff up like a marshmallow. I mean, he gets really bad. He has to go to the
Oh, that's the
ER.
way I used to be when I was a
Yeah.
little kid.
And what they would do with him is they would put him in an oxygen tent to kill to put it. But that's how they would deal with it. Is when you'd have it that bad, they put you in an oxygen tent. So that's how I learned. Well, just try. That's why I tried using the straight oxygen from a settling tank. Just squirt that on there, and it kills it.
Well, I used to put poo chlorine on me. I used to pour that on me.
Uh huh.
That was good. It burned like crazy, but boy, it dried up.
It burnt so good though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
You know what I used to use now? You can't get the same spray on Band-Aid as we got back in the '60s and '70s and '80s, but that spray on Band-Aid that they used to have, not that pink stuff that you spray on Band-Aid now, but it was a clear. It was like spraying on lacquer or something. I don't know.
got some clear. I got some clear.
Do you? I can't find that stuff around here. That stuff there, you spray that on your plate.
I got it at. I'm trying to think where I got that. That is some good stuff. As long
Yeah,
as it's not bleeding.
you spray that on your poison oak, and that will prevent it from spreading.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you get it and you don't want it to spread, just spray it. Spray that on your poison oak, and that will prevent it. That way, if you scratch it or something, or rub it or something,
Yeah.
you're not going to spread it to other parts of your body.
Well, I'm getting something now. They're trying to figure out what it is. They can't figure out, and they wanted me to try some kind of shot. But my doctor told me to stay. My regular doctor, my lung doctor, said stay away from that shot. You're having eye problems already. I got one eye about blind in there trying to find out what's causing it, and they think I got glaucoma or whatever you call it. But anyway. And so if you take this shot, since they can't figure out what it is that's causing me to break out, it's some kind of new shot or something. I think it's been, I don't know, but anyway, they want me to try it. My part would be $900 after the insurance pays. And you have to take one every I think every 3 weeks. But anyway, doctor told me to stay. No, don't mess with it till we find out what's going on with your eyes.
Yeah.
Cause see, it'll cause you to go. If you're having certain type of eye problems, it'll cause you to go blind. Medicine will do the side effects sometimes is worse than what your problem is.
Yeah.
But this rash is. I've done everything. I hadn't ate no red. I even was reading on CDC about rashes, and I can't even think of the name of this. Tennis shoes could pronounce it, but there's a rash is caused by a tick bite or red meat.
Hmm.
Well, as far as I know of, I ain't been bit by no tick, and you can get this. It. I quit eating pork. I quit eating any kind of red meat. Nothing with dairy in it. I ain't touched it, but I'm still breaking out a little bit. It's not as bad, but I've been eating those steroids. The steroids are cleared up, not all the way, but pretty good. And I've been eating them steroids for the last 5 days. I've even covered my furniture with stuff to where if it's something in the furniture, it just they've
Yeah.
run food tests on me. They've even cut a chunk of it out of me and sent it to be dissected. They can't find out what it is.
Man.
Now, junkyard, so you do have it. How does it do for you and what kind of speed you get? And do you have trouble with it going up and down?
Ugh. I'm going to move indoors here. Yep, I'm going to mute my mic for a minute so I don't get the feedback.
All right. He must have done left.
Okay, I'm back.
Ooh, that low? I seen them where they're advertising like I don't forgot what it was. What kind of signal do you get? You got a very strong signal or weak signal? N71 B.
Yeah, that's not real good.
I don't know what I've got. K70 N71. I don't know what I got. I know on my phones now. On my phones, I ain't never had a problem with a G5. Well, I had to shut the phone down one time, start it back up. I had a problem. If you can get the N41, you will get great speed. How do you tell if what you're getting, junkyard? Is there somewhere you can look in the phone? I am 5 miles out in the country. I know one time cable went off and I used my phone, run a hotspot on it, and it worked real good with the Fire Stick. It shows it on my on the modem itself. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to see that on a phone, on my G5 on the phone, 5G, whatever you call it. But I've been real happy with that on the phone, the 5G on it and everything. Now there is some areas I'll get in Rome that it goes back to 4G. Now, do you have the original type T-Mobile modem they come out with, or that newer one? I'm thinking the original was round. You could go inside of it and modify it to where you could add an antenna to it. I don't know about this new one. I need to watch some videos on YouTube, I guess.
For how much? Ooh, that's expensive.
N41.
I know. No, you may not.
I need to write that down.
I remember you, man. He got like he's hungry.
She finished the food I gave her. She's still acting hungry.
So one thing bad about where I'm living at here, these the company that owns these apartments has a deal with a cable company that even DSL can't even come in here through the phone line.
You can't get DSL there?
No, they won't let it come in here. They signed it. And what makes it funny, the cable company is essing the devil out of them, because you know how much they have to pay for the cable for here, for the common areas, and
Yeah.
the internet for them, not us. We don't get to run off their internet. Their internet and their phone system, $300 and something a month. Some idiot did that contract. There was a place I lived down in Tampa at a place. The place got free internet, free TV, free phone setup because they had it locked down where no other cable system could come in there. And plus, the manager of the place had
No.
free cable in their part.
Go on.
Yeah. I mean, there's some idiot got cable company probably still smiling about the deal on this one.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, do you know which modem you got? The older type or the newer one? I think they just have two modems out. Oh, okay. Well, now you can hook a regular wireless router into them, can't you? Best I've understood, you could plug a router into them. You got about 3 bars. Because that's what I'd want to do. I'd want to use my router.
You see this? I can still pick her up.
That Tim said, Julie said that's the better.
Yeah, I know it has it built in, but I think it also you can
Did you hear
plug
that?
a router into it. If you can't, I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. But my router, I have no problem with it.
No. Don't put your hands over her
I
face.
want those big gaming routers.
Don't do it in her face.
No. No. You're not
She doesn't
gonna-
know what you're doing.
No. Don't chew on this. No. You're gonna chew on.
I'm in here looking in the settings to see if I can find out where that is on your,
Okay, you sound like a computer again, Chris. Okay, if it has ports, you can set it up to a router.
Lay down.
Better shoe your shoes. And if you don't.
Try it again, Chris. Oh, I didn't mean to try that. Yeah, Junkyard, I was looking at some videos a good while back on the ones that look like the tube. The guy showing how to go in there and add plugs, adapters for the where you could put an external antenna on it.
I'm not doing it.
okay, we'll try this. Is this any better?
Is show but tower much better. Do what now? Try it again, Chris. I was reading.
Well, she's
I
trying to
did-
push it.
Is my audio still bad here?
Your fault.
No, that's good.
No.
Those kind of dogs.
Got a
No.
little bit of an echo.
Okay, I want to sign off my phone one being that I'm indoors here.
Okay. Save your battery. Let's see, the N71 signal is slower,
Just get
but
out of her chair and just
travels
walk.
much faster.
She thinks she's playing, Angela. That's why you get yourself in trouble when you're bad.
Well, I bet someday she bites me.
It's much faster, but doesn't travel very far.
No.
Oh, okay. The N41 is, I guess that's saying it's more like
Lamb.
5G, and the other is more like the 2 point whatever, the regular internet. I guess that's what that means then. So that's the way it is on my router in here. The 2.0 goes further, but the
No, that's
5G is a lot better quality, but don't go as far. Oh, they are both 5G. Okay.
No. No. I'm not going to school.
Feed it. Mommy said. Mommy said no. Mama said no. Mama said no. Let her
Just I'm trying to find out where it is that you go to fix that deal that you have with Iron Dog being able to get notifications.
Get in the chair.
Oh, okay.
Time to get in the chair. Come on, let's go. Get up in the chair. Do it.
Let's see. Only going to find N41 around big populations. I tell you, do they let you? Do they have a deal where you can bring it home, and if you're not happy with it within so many days, you can return it? Because I think you buy your own modem, don't you, Junkyard? Or they give you that option?
No. No.
Let's ignore.
She's coming with her face.
The more you get
I always
that,
buy my own equipment. I don't that rent and stuff. They end up, they make a killing off of you. That's like that cable modem I got in there. I bought that cable modem. Oh God, it's been a long time ago. It's paid for itself several times. It is just another phone line, so if the phones are dead, your internet is dead too. Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, if something was happening to that, I always got a backup plan. I got some passwords.
Taking my spoon.
Well,
Go use that spoon on it.
You're not stopping us.
I'd use it all the time, but I'm afraid the IT man will catch it. Recognize the IP, it ain't
No.
supposed to be on there.
Close
She's
out
just
your.
sniffing you.
You're licking.
No licking.
Okay,
You're
cornbread.
sniffing butt.
So you can't buy it. Oh, okay.
You're called a
Yeah, Grizz, go ahead.
Okay, I googled it, and this is what a channel creator is writing this. Okay, it says followers say can't hit the bell because of children's content message, but it's off in my settings. A follower says one more thing. I tried to click the notification bell on your channel just now, and it said notifications not allowed with content for children. I'm no expert, but in the settings, I think you have to click the button that says this video isn't for kids. I have gone through all my videos. They are all set to no children content. And I have been in my settings. That's all set to no children content. And the content is not made for children. Why can't my followers hit the bell then? What should I do? Okay, and then there's a whole bunch of comments of people that are replying back and stuff saying they're having the same problems. The last one that I've seen here, this is what they said back. If somebody is subscribed to your channel when it's said it's made for kids, then the notification bell will be permanently disabled to that person, even if you set the channel as not made for kids again. In that situation, new subscribers will have to be able to press the notification button, but existing subscribers will not. The only solution to this is for that person to unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and then the notification bell should then be available.
Oh, well, okay. Now, this brings up this question. Can I unsubscribe from him since I'm a member of his channel?
I think you can.
See,
Being a member and being a subscriber is two separate
Right.
things.
Junkyard's a member of Iron Dog, ain't he? Yeah. In fact, I think me and Junkyard's the only two. Let me go try that.
No.
It's not in them, it's between them.
I ain't thought about it, but we can sure try it and see. I wonder if you have to go straight to the channel or can I do it from...
I think you can just go to one of the thumbnails.
That's why I'm going to try going in my subscription there. Okay, let's see. Subscribe, unsubscribe. Okay, now I am unsubscribed. Okay, subscribe.
No feet. No.
I don't see no bell at all.
Oh, no.
No.
Let me go to his channel. Well, I'll be doggone.
That worked?
Yeah, it did.
I'll
be doggone. Thank you, Grizz.
You're welcome. No problem at all.
Now I need to go do Rick and Bubba that way.
I have no dog.
He'll see that. What? I wonder why Cornbread unsubscribed and subscribed back. Let's see.
No pain. Down, down, down. You lay down.
Well, I've been on here
Wow.
3.5 hours.
That worked.
That worked cool.
It worked on Rick and Bubba's too.
Got better?
Yeah, I knew there wasn't no data limits. Yep. But anyway. All right, Greg, I'm gonna get off here. I know you probably want to get off too.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I've been on here 3.5 hours. I had no plans on being live this long, but
Yeah. I appreciate your help on that subscription thing. I told Dog the other day, I said, I'm gonna tell you why your notifications ain't going out.
yeah.
I tell me, it ain't nothing wrong with your notification. It was me.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your help on that. All right, y'all, junkyard, y'all be careful. Cajun, y'all take it easy. Be careful. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one, Chris.
Okay, good night, Cornbread, Tennis Shoes, Bobby, if you're here, Boo Look You, the Junkyard. Y'all have a good evening. We'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll even get up early enough to catch Iron Dog stream in the morning. Bye, y'all.